Hello, in this video we're going to be calculating the area and circumference of a circle. So the objective here is to calculate the area and circumference of a circle using the correct formulas. So the circumference is the distance all the way around a circle. So to calculate the circumference we can use pi d, or we could alternatively use circumference equals 2 pi r. So because the radius is twice the diameter, these two are exactly the same. The area, on the other hand, is the space inside the circle. So the formula you need to remember to work out the area of a circle is pi r squared. So just a quick note on what pi is. Pi is an irrational number. Starting with 3.14159, it goes on and on and on and on and on to infinity. It's what you get when you divide a circle's circumference by its diameter. So if you take any circle and divide the circumference by the diameter, you always end up with pi. So we could say that pi is the circumference over the diameter. When we have questions, we can either give answers in terms of pi, so in exact form, or as a decimal using a calculator. Here's an example. We need to find the area and circumference of a circle with radius of 5 centimetres. So if I just quickly draw out this circle, we have a circle and the radius is 5, so I'm going to draw a line from the centre to the circumference, and that is 5 centimetres. So if I want to work out the area, I have to use the formula area equals pi r squared. So since the radius is 5, I have pi times 5 squared. 5 squared is 25, so I could write this as 25 pi. This is in exact form. I could also do this to one decimal place, for example, by typing into my calculator 25 pi. So if I did that, I would end up with 78.5398. And if I want to round that to one decimal place, that's going to be 78.5. So the units, because it's area, are going to be centimetres squared. If I want to work out the circumference, so the circumference is pi d, or 2 pi r. So the diameter in this case is twice the radius, so the diameter is going to be 5 times 2, which is 10. So to work out the circumference, I do pi times 10. So if I want to write it in exact form, it's just 10 pi centimetres. Or I could type this into my calculator to get an answer, so it's going to be 31.41. So if I want to round this to one decimal place, I could say 31.4 centimetres. Here's another example. So we need to find the area and circumference of a circle with diameter of 12 centimetres. So if I firstly draw out my circle, and I'm going to label my diameter, so that's 12 centimetres. To work out the area, I do pi r squared. So if the diameter is 12, the radius is half the diameter, which is 6. So it's going to be pi times 6 squared. So we could write this as 36 pi, which is squared centimetres. I'm going to leave this one in exact form, so 36 pi centimetres. And if I wanted to work out the circumference, I'm going to use pi d. So in this case, the diameter is 12, so it's pi times 12, or 12 pi. So the answer to this question is 12 pi centimetres, again in exact form. Here's an exam style question. So we're told that the area of a circle is 49 pi centimetres squared. We need to find the circumference. So I'm going to draw out the circle, but we don't know anything in terms of the radius or the diameter at the moment. But we do know that the area is equal to 49 pi. So what I could say is that the area equals pi r squared. So that's the formula for the area of the circle. And I could substitute in what we know. So we know that 49 pi is the area. So 49 pi is therefore equal to pi r squared. Now what I can do is divide both sides by pi. So we end up with 49 equals r squared. And r is therefore the square root of 49, which is 7. So we now have the radius is 7 centimetres. So if we want to find the circumference is pi d. If the radius is 7, the diameter must be 14 centimetres. So I'm going to do pi times 14, which is 14 pi centimetres. So the answer to this question in exact form is 14 pi centimetres. Here are some quick fire practice questions on this topic. Pause the video, have a go at these, and I'll reveal the answers in a moment. Okay, well done if you managed to have a go at those. I've just displayed the answers, and that's everything for this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye!